Okay. So, tutuloy na natin for the third video, which is the concept plan, generation ng concept plan with concept sizing. Okay. So let's go to the again. So we have this template. So let's rename it already. We assume we can finish it today. Okay. So concept sizing. So another file is open. Okay. So this is the procedure for the concept plan formulation. So review floor plan, section elevation, since you are very familiar with that because you already did that for the two initial part. And then conceptualize structural system type, whatever what we prepared, then generate concept framing, then the conceptual sizing, and these are the steps for the conceptual sizing. Then you need to finalize the conceptual plan. Okay, so let's go to the PDF file. Let's go back to the concept plan. So we need to put here the concept archi. So I'll just copy this one. Let's put it here in the concept plan. Okay. Let's open them. Okay. So to ensure that we have a continuous system, so the architect, it's good that the architect already determined the location of the column. So 12 by 12 spans, and it will be helpful since it's consistent. It's a nice frame, although we have a lot of cut like this. This 6 meter span. Okay. So it will be best if we will be working out with the column system, any column system that we prepare. And the best column system is the SMRF, the special moment system frame using concrete. Okay? So we already have the columns. We just need to put the framing. So for the framing system, so again, it's the best is to So the best is to start it from top. Okay, because the topmost will be the support will be supported by the ground floor. So when you're doing the framing, it will be best to start it on top, then verify it along the way. Okay, so let's start marking. So first we need to align our measurements. There's very small discrepancy. 2 mm. Maybe it's okay. Very small discrepancy in terms of length. For every 12 mm, we have approximately 0.06, 0.0 something. Okay, so maybe it's negligible. Okay, so let's start the frame. So since you already have the column system, this one, then we have here a shear wall. This is a shear wall or a concrete wall that is prepared by the architects. We have an elevator with concrete wall, okay? But we can change it. Okay, we can always change it. The most important part is that it should be a concrete wall. Doesn't necessarily we need to make it a shear wall because it will just make the system rotate because it will be very, very rigid in this point. So it will be like a pivot. So So to remove that, we can just put another column here. Okay, so let's put another column. Let's put square column. Let it be the same color as the other columns for consistency. So we can put something like this. There. Okay, so we have a 6-meter span here and then a 12-meter span here. Okay, then for these stairs, we can also put column, but maybe the column, the stair, just for this conceptual, we can just put it like this. Okay. So it should have its own frame. We call it the stair frame, staircase frame. Can be smaller, but for concept purposes, we don't need to make it very precise. We will compute that in the SD1. Maybe something like this. Okay, or maybe we can just connect the, so this will be the landing. Maybe we will have just, we might have just one planted column here. So we can put this one a separate column because it might be a planted one. Okay. Okay, so we already established the column framing. Then we can proceed with the girder frames. So I suggest to use this, the perimeter. Then pick a line color, maybe blue, strong color. Then always make it multiply. Okay, so we just need to color the frame. We need to make it more thick to fit. Maybe 6. 6 is too much, maybe 3. Okay, so 3 is enough. So basically, just connect all the columns initially so you have your initial frame. Okay, then another one here. And here. And here. Okay, it will look better if you will cut it so that column is being shown. So then we can highlight them and copy, then move, copy, then move, copy, then move, copy, then move, and up to the last span. Okay, move. Okay. So majority were done. Then you can do the remaining vertical here, vertical girders, or the girders along X. I'll do it somewhere here. Okay. Then we can copy, just like we did earlier. Copy one. Two. Just copy it. 4. Okay. Then on the top, since it's same span, copy it. 4. It's quite short. Extend it. Extend na natin. Let's extend this one because it's quite short. Then we copy again. Then we need to repair some so it will look better. Like this, like that. To make it look better. Then okay. Then next, this one. No, we still have pending one. So let's just put something here for the sake of concept. We will not do a lot of sizes for the conceptual plan since it's just concept. So we can minimize the sizes, the number of sizes. So this will be our framing plan. Okay. Keep in mind that we're still at the roof level. Showing text in this one. This is the ideal framing. Okay, so let's delete the, so this is an opening, so we need, at this level, at the roof level, I think we can maintain that one for the roofing. And that's it. So that's the girders, that's the concept girders that we have. So we might need some intermediate beams. Okay, so let's put the intermediate beams. Let's use different color. Maybe we can use green, dark green. The third green. Okay, so we will be putting here, for example, on this one, we will be needing intermediate beam here. Yes. And this one. Sorry, I think better to just draw it. So something like that. Okay. Also on this one, you might need, due to the toilets, these walls might be very heavy. So let's just put intermediate beams there. Okay. Then for this stairwell, so we need intermediate beam here and here. Okay, and also here. Intermediate beam here, going there. Okay, so I think that's all the necessary intermediate beams. And now we can now put the names of the structure. So we have the block. And text box, columns. Let's change them. Initially, we will not put sizes because we will do the sizes later once we started the initial sizing. We first need to conceptualize the frame. So we have columns. Then we have beams, girders. And then we have beams. Green, we use the green. Okay, so let's change the color of this. I think it's okay. Don't have to change. Okay, and then we need to delete this one. This one we don't need to delete in the roof, because in the roof, this will not be open. There will be roofing here everywhere. So there will be trusses moving around here. We don't have slab here. Okay, so we have trusses going here, going there. But for that one, we need to verify with the project lead, if we will do it. But okay, let's check the section. Maybe we can have an idea on how it will be set. So in the section, we have something like this. So it's like, it's irregular. It's not exactly at the middle, but maybe we can assume at the middle. It will be we will have concrete frame here. And then we will have a truss like that. So we'll have triangular truss. Okay. Okay. Okay, for now, we will focus on this one. And then we will just show the loading from the roof. So how are we going to do that? We just need to conceptualize one frame. So we will have truss along this one, and then we will have the purlins going there. Okay. So we will have trusses here. I'll put it in red, the trusses. So we might have trusses here, somewhere here. And just put a sample for one, so just for loading computation. So we might have a truss here. We don't know yet the spacing. Maybe every 3 meters, every 6 will do. Okay. This is a 12 meter span, so 12, so every 3 meters will do. Something like that. Okay, then we will have purlins. This will be the initial purlin. Purlin. Okay, you can use for purlin brown. Maybe you can use brown for purlins. So we will have purlin somewhere here, like that. Okay, the clear span of the purlin will be 3 meters. If the trusses will be every 3 meters. So it will depend. Like for just for the costing purposes, this we can, and loading purposes, we can do this one. And the Perlin definitely will be the usual spacing 600. Okay, so we can just copy it something like this. So we already have a sample frame for the loading condition. Okay, this is for the loading condition. That one. Okay, so this is the sample frame for the. Maybe we can make it continuous already. No, okay na yun. So we will just put red for the trusses and brown for the purlins. For the purlins. Okay. This will be the purlins. So correct for the purlins. Okay, so let's move down. Let's move down and so you may opt to copy. So if it's the same, then it's no issue. To make it faster. Okay, so very small difference. So we can copy. Very small difference, just the same. Basically, it's the same. Okay, so let's start the second floor. We will project here the framing. Copy. Okay, so first we need to copy the columns that we planted. It's important to put it here. Okay, good thing it coincides. Then we need to copy this one, the girder, so we can distribute the girders. Yeah. Okay. So from the edge. I think this tutorial, this recording has a limit, so maybe we can divide it into two. This one, the conceptual framing, and then later the sizing, concept sizing. Okay. And then for the last one. Okay. And then we can copy the also the horizontal. Let's copy this frame. It's reference. Then okay, so let's copy. Let's just project initially, like what we did earlier. Why is it not working? There's something wrong. Okay, let's copy and then paste. Something. I don't understand. Okay, let's copy this one. Maybe I'm selecting wrong. Okay, maybe I selected wrong. And then to copy it going down. Okay, so we have only this selecting issue. Then copy again. Copy again. So generally, the frame that we assumed earlier is workable in the second floor. Okay, then we need to reselect these three. Okay, the framings are complete, so we need to delete this one because this should be open. Okay, so that's one. And then we need to copy the framing of the stairs. Then we can also include this green intermediate beam so that we don't need to copy again. Okay, so just in the proper position. So we already have the frame. The roof framing, we already managed to copy it to the second floor. Means trusses we don't need to copy because we don't have trusses at the second floor. Instead, we have slabs. Okay, so for the slab, the best arrangement will be alternate. We will be using hollow cores, but for the conceptual, maybe we can just put shape. You don't need to put it. You don't need to put that direction yet. Okay, because this is just for conceptual. So we just need to define that this is a hollow core 300, it's likely 12 meters to 20 mm hollow core with 75 mm tapping. Okay. Color should be something light. So maybe this, the second violet will do. Okay, so let's put the area. So when you put the area, it's easier because you can already consume the outside. No. It's not applicable to everywhere. So we need to make it more specific. I mean. So we put here. So that's not a good color. Let's do that. We can use the less lighter color. Something like that. Yeah. It's better. Right? Okay. Let's continue. To put area. Okay, so this area will be hollow core slab. We can put it in hollow core. So, this one can still be in hollow core. You can cut it here. Okay, so we can put hollow core there. Another can also put it here. Use hollow core here. But for this span, maybe we can use the cast in place and also this portion. slab or any custom face slabs. Then the remaining will be hollow core slabs. Okay. So you can easily tell it. This is the hollow core slab. Okay. So we're almost complete. Then we just need to put the second option, the slabs that are not hollow core. So let's use this one, the lightest violet. Okay, so this will be slab. Okay, so we select it, the lightest violet. And then let's put it here. Can be either have to work with the composite slab like precast slab and topping concrete, or just full cast in place. Okay. Can be worked out for both systems. Okay, then this one for the final. Okay, so that's the concept part for the second floor. We forgot to put the name. Okay, so let's put the name. Let's make it bigger. So just put the roof framing concept. Second framing concept. Okay, second floor framing concept. Maybe we can make the a bit smaller to fit with the background. Okay, then let's copy all the legends. We will be needing this probably. For the ground floor concept. Okay. For the ground floor concept, the measurement I think is quite smaller, so we need to remeasure distance. Yes, so it's not. So we need to remeasure this one. To do the scale, calibrate the scale. So let's put it here. Don't use that. Let's put this one. Make it a hobby to calibrate the scale. Okay. Then let's check the dimension distances. Well, okay, so at least we have a closer value. Okay. So again, we will define the frame for this one on the ground floor. So let's check. Let's draw the, first we need to put the column. We need to project the column that we did earlier. So we have column here. Okay, something like that, quite smaller. Then we have column here. Oh, so we have a problem here. We have a door. Maybe they can adjust that. Put it inside. Then we have here. Then, okay, we have columns there. Okay. Then we have frame. So let's draw the framing. Comment. Let's draw the framing. Perimeter. Let's use the blue to be consistent. So let's draw the frame. Okay, let's put it there. Very simple. By the way, this girder will be on grade. So in the model, we need to model, we need to consider this girder, meaning the ground floor is above the NGL. So we need to consider that. If you ask me, how did we come up with that concept that the ground floor is above the girder, the ground floor is above the NGL and the roadway. So you can always verify with the architectural plan, the section. If you remember, let's check the section. This one, see? So there's the ground level, it's still 1 meter, so it's very high. We have the ground level here, then we have the sidewalk here. Okay? The problem will be that we might need to put walls as at this portion to protect the bottom of the slab. Okay, let's see how it works. Okay, then we can copy this one. As I mentioned, for the concept framing, we don't need a lot of sizes, so just define one size, since it's something that we will analyze later. Okay. Okay. So then outside, copy those outside. Okay, so meaning the framing that we assume in the top is applicable up to this level. So we don't have issue regarding the framing that we did. We assume. Okay, then we draw again. And this one. So just continue. Copy the complete frame. Okay. So we can put this one, like these things. Okay, so let's copy. And then copy again. Okay. Then we need to put something here to close this one, and then the one above. Then we can copy this one here. Then let's copy this. And distribute again along the vertical grid lines. Okay, so copy. Let's copy, then let's copy again. We'll reach the last vertical grid line. Okay, so these changes depend on the system that we are using. Most of the time, the architects already provide their intent, what they wanted to do. Okay, so I have column, these are now the beams. So, oh, we forgot this one, the stairs. But for the case of the stairs, okay, let's put it because it's also elevated by 1 meter. Okay. So just for the sake of framing, we can put it so we don't have issue. Okay, so let's finish. Now we will put the intermediate beams. Okay, so we need to put the intermediate beams. It's color green, letter green. So we put it here, and then here, perimeter span, then here. Okay, then here. Okay. Since we were elevated by 1 meter, okay, then here, okay, then here, then here. We made it suspended, so the slab we will make it suspended since we were elevated by 1 meter. So we don't need to 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 do a lot of excavation, backfilling the bottom of this slab. So we can use again the hollow core slab and then the regular slab. Okay, so let's map it. Okay, so we don't need to do a lot of backfilling works. Okay. Then here. Oh, sorry. So should be the pink one. Okay. Should be the pink one. Okay, so be careful with the color coding because it might cause us time repeating everything. Okay. So to avoid that, we can just put something like this. And make sure. So we don't have opening here now because we're already at the ground floor. So we can just do it directly. This point, this point, this point, this point, this point, this point. Okay. Then we will be needing the one color, the other color. Okay. Do it here. Okay. Then we can here. Okay, so we're almost done to our concept. Same for the section. So for the concept section, we will do the concept section later. Okay, so that's it. That's the concept framing. So I need to rename this as ground. Okay, so now we have the ground floor concept framing. Next step will be the sizing and then the sections. Okay, so that's it. And thank you. This will be the part 1 and then we will proceed with the part 2 later. Thank you.